What is up, guys? It's MTG Academics here, and today I'm bringing you my first video. It is deck tech on my own deck. It is Black White Warriors post Dragons of Tarkir. It's actually doing really well right now, better than I expected, and it's honestly not too expensive. You can probably get everything for maybe $30 to $40. I had a lot of the things, so it didn't really cost me much, but you'll see what costs really the most. So yeah, we're gonna basically hop right. Okay, so as far as our one drops go, we have Bloodsoaked Champion, Mardu Woe-Reaper, and Dragon Hunter. The first being Bloodsoaked Champion. Bloodsoaked Champion, as far as 2/1 one drops, probably one of the best, if not the best right now, due to his body, the raid. The whole card is good. There's only one major downfall, which isn't really that big of a deal. It's that he cannot block. But in this deck, you're not really blocking. The amount of times you're attacking to blocking is definitely leans towards one side. And you can bring him back for only 2 mana, which is really nice. And yeah. And our next one drop is Mardu Woe-Reaper. It's another 2/1 for 1. You'll notice that all these are 2/1 for 1. 2/1s for 1. And when it enters the battlefield, under your control, you may exile a target creature card from a graveyard. If you do, you gain 1 life. Now, I do myself feel a little down when I play this on maybe turn 1, because it's not really used to the max potential, but if you look, it says when another warrior enters the battlefield, which means every single one of your creatures in this deck will enable this ability, and it will really, really punish your opponent, especially if he's playing a Reanimator deck or anything. Basically, get rid of that nasty old Hornet Queen. But yeah, you gain 1 life off it too, which really repays for the the final one drop is Dragon Hunter. I actually just put him in when Dragons of Tarkir came out. Basically, I just looked at him. He's a 2/1 for 1, obviously, and the pro dragons, and he can block dragons as they get reach. Now, some people play him as a sideboard card in aggro decks and warrior decks, but I personally think with right now, him and it's a good card for what's going on right now. I'm not really sure what, as far as my local meta, there's a lot of dragons and such being floating around, like Dramoka, Ojitai, Atarka, some of the better ones, and he really does a good job of handling these, better than you'd think. And I'm not really sure what else there's to say about him. It's just a good body with a good 2 effects on it as well. Right, on to 2 drops. This is where most of the deck shines. First, we'll start off with Chief of the Edge. That's an auto include. Obviously, other warrior creatures you control get +1/+0. That is crucial in this deck, but I'm not going to say it's the most important card in this deck, because I believe that there is a card that it's much more important than this. I wouldn't say much more important, but more important for sure. And that is Bloodsoaked Rager. Now, passes the vanilla test, obviously. 2/2 for 2. Good. And whenever Bloodsoaked Rager attacks, each warrior creature you control can't be blocked this turn except by 2 or more creatures. That itself makes this deck so much better. And that right there is what makes this deck viable in Standard now. Because 9 chances out of 10, your creatures are going to get through, especially early when you can deal a lot of damage. And yeah. So there's not really much to say about him. He's just a solid card for this deck and really fits in well. And yeah, so we'll move on to Battle Brawler, which he is a 2 of. And as long as you control red or white permanent, Battle Brawler gets 1/1/0 until and has first strike. This card it's nothing crazy, but it's definitely good, because if you can play 2 of the over 1 drops or white cards, and a turn 2 3/2 with first strike is really nice. Going into a maybe turn 3 Chief the Edge turn and something else, making it a 4/2 first strike, which is really strong and can really beat down on a lot of things. But yeah, so there's nothing else to say about him. The 2-drop slot really makes up this deck, I'd say. It really makes it what it is. So yeah, head on to the 3. We only have 1 3-drop. There's 4 of it in the deck. It's Arashin Foremost. It's a 3-mana 2/2 double strike. Whenever Arashin Foremost enters the battlefield or attacks another target warrior creature you control gains double strike on a turn. Now, a 2/2 for 3 double strike is decent. Chief of the Edge 3/2, which would be 6 double strike. And some people don't realize this, but double strike also deals first strike damage. I know it's kind of newer players that might want to build this deck, since it is kind of a budget build. You should know that too. Just don't remember that. Always remember that. And another target warrior gains double strike, which means you could give your Battle Brawler 4 to, like, there's a lot of options you can take here, and you can really deal a lot of damage. And it's not just an end of the battlefield trigger either. It is a attack trigger. So chances are, if you get 2 of these out, you'll be doing just 2. You'll be dealing a lot of damage and giving not only it but another creature that's decent sized double strike. So yeah, on to the next. For removal package, there's nothing crazy here. I didn't run downfalls. I'll explain why. You can. It's honestly all up to you. But yeah. So starting out, we got Murderous Cut. This is I only have 1 of in the deck because really there's not too much that's filling the graveyard to make the delve really worth it. I can usually decrease it by 2 to 3, and that's usually about it. Depends on when I need it. And yeah, it's just a solid card. Sees a good bit of play. Next, we have Ultimate Price. Ultimate Price is actually, there's a 1 of right now, but I'm thinking about putting 2 in. It's honestly up to you. There 2 in the sideboard. You can really do whatever you want. And overall, it's a really good card. Destroy target monocolor creature. It gets rid of some big threats right now, like Storm Breath, Thunderbreak Regent, all kinds of stuff. It's dangerous, Pelucranos. And yeah, it basically does exactly what it says. And Banishing Light. This is where I decided to throw out the downfalls, bring in the Banishing Light. Basically, downfall gets rid of creature or planeswalker. Banishing Light gets rid of pretty much anything you need getting rid of. I mean, they both have their upsides and downsides. The upside to downfall being it's an instant. You can pretty much do it whenever necessary. Banishing Light's an enchantment, but Banishing Light gets rid of a lot of things, and you'll be surprised what you use it on sometimes. So yeah. For disruption, I'm running 2 Despise, 1 Duress. You can easily put 3 Thoughtseize in, but I'm trying to keep it sort of budget, and I don't really have the money for 3 Thoughtseizes right now. So I'm running 2 Despise because I feel like out of the 2, Despise is better. This is for my local meta, but mostly what's going on right now in the whole entire Magic community. So, Despise, target opponent reveals his or her hand. Choose creature, Planeswalker card from it. That player discards it. Yeah. And Duress, the same thing except non-creature, non-land card. Duress is, I don't know. I'd rather play Despise turn 1 than Duress turn 1 because it depends. Honestly, depends on the deck you're playing. You can switch it up, run 3 of the one or 3 of the other, or 2 to 1, 2 to 1. It's that whole is honestly on you. Depends on your deck. Depends on the deck you're playing against, and basically how you feel about taking on the opponent you are. So, protection / removal, we have Valorous Stance. Valorous Stance, it's a really good card in this deck. I like it a lot because it gets rid of those big creatures like, Siege Rhino. Everyone knows Siege Rhino. And target creature gains indestructible. This, usually people use it for the destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater. I've actually used it my fair share of times with target creature gains indestructible to end a turn, because I'm swinging for a lot and Chief of the Edge is out, and I need to protect my Chief of the Edge so I can get the +1/+0 on all my creatures, basically because they're all warriors. You use it then. There's certain moments where you want to use indestructible, but other times you just want to destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater. I only run 2 because it's relevant, but not relevant constantly where I need it. It's a good card. There's also 2 in the sideboard. You can throw those in, and yeah, it's your call, honestly. Content. I'll try to upload a video tomorrow, and next Friday I'll try to make sure I get a video out. But throughout the week I'll try to make videos, updates on the deck, maybe another deck. Not sure yet. But yeah, this is MTG Academic signing out.